Dave Brennan has been the principal race officer on Division II here in Key West for a long time. In fact, Dave, let's start with that. How long?
16 years on Division II.
Talk a little bit about how you got into race management, serving as a PRO. How did that evolve? Obviously, you're a sailor from way back, right?
Yeah, no, I've raced my whole life, and I was running the Etchell series in Miami, and I got invited to come and actually just be a mark boat down here for Peter in the late 90s. And, then Peter discovered that I was the race officer for the Etchell series, and he immediately put me to work. So the luxury of being able to go out in the water and not have any responsibilities were over fairly quickly.
Right. Well, obviously, we can't sail without dedicated race committee people. Do you find some reward in doing this for the sport? I mean, a lot of people would say it's a thankless job in some respects.
Sometimes it seems that way, but I recall that there was always somebody before me running the races, so it's now a good chance for me to give back to the sport.
Right. And so talk about your memories here in Key West. 16 years is a long time. I mean, it probably all cobbles together at some time, but have you had some really, really good fun down here and enjoyed the whole experience?
It's really been fantastic, and part of it's because I'm able to bring my whole team in place. The Biscayne Bay Yacht Club with the Etchell series has offered me a great opportunity to have really great people. So when we show up here in Key West, we already have 2 major events under our belt. So we're really tuned up by the time we get here, and it's a big fun group of people. We've been doing it for a long. Most of the people have been doing it with me for the 16 years, and it's great fun. And it's good fun to be here in Key West, out of town, and we enjoy it.
Now, your division is typically, you've always had Melgistos on there. Now, with the advent of the J70s coming along, you've had them. It's a different dynamic than maybe Division I with the big boats. And how do you approach that? Is there, as a PRO of a certain type of fleet, does that change how you operate?
The big difference, I would say, is running multiple fleets on the same race course. That changes the dynamic of the things that we're doing. However, we also, now we have the J70s in Miami with the Bacardi Cup.
Okay.
So when it's the same group of boats here as in Miami in a month or so. So it's an interesting phenomenon. In the meantime, we also have half of the people sailing the J70s are Etchell sailors. So,
right. Okay.
So I have a real personal relationship with the majority of the people on my course.
Right. Now, so those 54 J70s, and it can get kind of crazy. And what happens when like 15 of them are over early? That's got to be crazy to try to call that many over earlys. How do you handle that?
Oh, it's really not a problem. I have a skilled team, and we practice. It's a practice skill to call the boats. We have good recorders and good scribes and good people calling the line and good documentation. So the big key to making it right is to give them a good square line. And then once you give them a good square line, if they're over, and we call them.
Right.
And we've called as many as 25 or 30 boats over at a time.
You're kidding me, really?
Yep, that many, and I think yesterday we ended up calling 12 or 14 over in one shot. So
wow.
We have good skilled people, and it's a practice skill that we have, so we're able to do it.
So down here in Key West, do you interact at all with the sailors that are on your course? Do they talk to you, maybe kind of at the party or whatever, and kind of, is there feedback back and forth between a race committee chairman and the competitors?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, many of them are Etchell sailors that we have in Miami, and they're here, and we've been sailing. I've sailed with them and against them on different boats over the years in a different regattas. So I have a personal relationship with most of them, and when there are issues, before they ever go to the jury room, they come to talk to me personally, and we can generally work out any issues prior to have to going to the jury. So, and that's actually part of the fun of being the race officer. knowing, you know, many of the people that are actually on your race course.
Right, right. Well, Dave, thank you very much. We appreciate your service down here. I mean, I don't think people understand that you guys give up time out of your lives to come down here and run races for 5 days so these sailors can enjoy themselves, and we appreciate your efforts.
Okay, thank you, Bill.